to the 2015 Indoor Bouldering Champs, coming to you live from the Extreme Edge Rock Climbing Centre in Panmure, Auckland. I'm Marketing Bradnam, and joining me tonight is Sefton Priestley. Now Sefton, you are the events coordinator, so tell us a little bit about what you do.
Alright, so I coordinate this whole series on behalf of the New Zealand Alpine Club. This is one of 4 events that we held nationwide. We start off in Christchurch, then head up to Wellington, Hamilton, and this is the final round up here in Auckland, and it's the biggest and best of the series we've ever had. A huge turnout, it's fantastic.
And I was watching you earlier, and you were climbing the walls, setting it all up. I mean, did you throw in a few extra problems there for the competitors?
Yeah, I was helping out with the finals problems. You can probably see those behind us. That's we'll see the top 3 men, top 3 women battling it out on those a little bit later on in the program.
Well, for those of you at home who are a little bit unsure of what this sport bouldering is, well, here is Zane Bray with all you need to know.
Hi, I'm Zane Bray, and this is Bouldering 101. The climbing competitions we're having here at the Extreme Edge today, the National Indoor Boulder Series, is all about bouldering, and it's about climbing your way from one section of the wall to another section through a series of preordained moves. The idea is it's going to challenge you to try and make you a better climber, hopefully. There are multiple levels of difficulty, ranging from super easy through to really challenging. Our top competitors today are pretty extreme. They're trying some crazy stuff. We're going to start you guys on the easy side of things. You come this way. Over here, we're going to start with a pretty easy climb. So we're starting here with the 3 yellow tags. And the idea is you're going to have to follow the yellow tags all the way to the top of the wall. So as you start here, my next one is just to my left. I need to bring my feet through, twist. It's more about twisting and using your body than just pulling with the big muscles. From here, I just rock over, match. So matching is getting both hands in one hold. And this hold here, with the 2 tags on it, is the finish. And that's Bouldering 101, easy as that.
Now that was a little bit of a simple version of it, but Sefton, we can expect a lot more tonight, can't we?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we'll see the finalists battling it out, and then before that we'll be looking at some of the highlights from the main round. So we've got they've had about 75 different problems to choose from. They're taking their top 7, so there's been a huge number of different challenges. They've got to work together, try and find out the easiest ones, and score their best score.
And what is the format for the finals tonight?
So what's going to happen is that there's 2 problems for the men, 2 problems for the women. There'll be 1 guy, 1 girl climbing at the same time, and they've got to. It's the person who gets the highest up the problem in the least number of attempts.
Right, and it sounds like there's a lot of strength involved in this, but there must be quite a bit of mental stuff going on, right?
Yeah, it's not just a pull-up competition by far. It's you need flexibility, you need strength, but more than anything you need problem solving, and that's probably one of the reasons why girls tend to excel at this sport. Us guys, we just kind of try and pull ourselves up, and the girls tend to have a look, think a little bit more, and find a better solution.
And tell us a little bit about the men's side of things. I mean, what can we expect from that event?
Well, I've never seen this level of competition in the guys at one event. So many top-level boulderers come out, some of the top young ones, but also some very, very experienced rock climbers. And it'll be interesting to see if the young, light athletes will be able to take on the top-level, super powerful rock experienced adults.
And who should we look out for in the women's side?
Well, it's been a really tight race this whole season. There's three top girls that are very, very close. It'll be there's been quite a lot of swapping around as the who's winning each round. So Erica Gatland, Sarah Hay, and Cirrus have all been finalists for most of the rounds so far, but we could see an upset. There's some top-level climbers just come in.
Right. Well, I'm excited. So how about we have a look at some of the highlights of what's been going on the women's side of the event.
Here's one of our veterans, Sarah Hay. She's had a great season so far. Super determined, very athletic climber, and she's taken this very, very seriously.
So you'd have to have quite a bit of strength in your fingers, wouldn't you?
Yeah, absolutely. You do build that up over time. Anyone can come and do bouldering. You know, you don't need to be super strong to do it, but to climb at the level of these climbers, yeah, it takes years to build up the tendon strength to be able to hold on to these tiny holds.
Yeah. And just looking at her footwear, I mean, what kind of footwear do you need to be wearing for this event?
But yeah, there's special rock climbing shoes that we use when we're climbing. It's almost like you just dipped your foot in rubber. They're super, super tight. I mean, they'd make a ballet dancer cringe, but they allow you to stand on the tiniest of little holds. You can see the little edge she was standing on there before, less than a centimetre wide.
Still on Sarah, I mean, and I noticed she's following the black holds. Is that because it's the hardest?
Yeah, absolutely. So you score the most points for the black tagged problems, and I've in the main round seen her nailing quite a few of those. So that means she'll be a strong contender for the finals.
So what would you say her Sarah Hayes' strengths are?
Well, she's got a lot of flexibility, a lot of athleticism, but just determination. When you talk to her outside of a competition, she's, super friendly and lighthearted, but when it comes to a comp, she is deadly focused, and you can see her not giving up, and she's just coming in to top out one of the black problems that took her a few attempts early on. Big lat move, big sideways move here, and you see a bit of footwork scoring the points, and full 7 points for that black problem there. You don't want to have too many. Yeah. I mean, you don't want to try the climbs too many times because you'll just wear yourself out.
Exactly. So
this is Erica Gatland. She is the defending champion of the National Indoor Boulder Series. She took it out, clean sweeped it last year. This year she's had a little bit more competition. Sarah's pipped her once. Cirrus has won one of the rounds. Her background is a really high level indoor competition climber, so she's a good rock climber, but she has the practice climbing indoors that she can what we call on-site, which means doing a climb first time, and that'll be a big help to her if she makes the finals.
Well, we're looking forward to seeing that close tie between her and Sarah Hay.
Yeah.
I mean, what's the difference between these two climbers, do you think?
Well, one thing, Erica is a little bit shorter than Sarah, which makes a little bit of a difference. Sarah's got a little bit more natural reach, but Erica, you wouldn't think it. She is just super, super strong. She's taken her training very, very seriously, training here with the A team, the Auckland Climbing Club, one of the stars of the Auckland climbing scene. You can see the frustration there as she picks up one of those finals problems. Yeah.
So would she be doing any sort of strength work outside of the rock climbing? I mean, would she be working out at the gym to get more strength?
Yeah, absolutely. So most of the cross training that climbers do tends to be more focusing on complementary training, balancing out the muscle groups. You don't actually want to put on a whole bunch of extra muscle mass because you're going to be carrying that with you. So you don't want to be just pumping, weights, getting massive biceps. You're not actually going to be able, it's not necessarily going to help you. So often the top climbers are quite lean, not super muscly, but really wiry strength. And it's here's the top South Island competitor in the women's category this year, Cirrus Tan, Christchurch local, super, super strong. She's one of the most talented personal trainers in the rock climbing scene. So she's a coach herself, so a lot of time spent on analyzing movement. Her technique is almost flawless. Very strong rock climber. Not quite as much of a background in competitions as Erica has, perhaps. So I would say that Cirrus is arguably the strongest competitor in the female category, but that doesn't mean that she's necessarily going to win it every time.
Right.
Sometimes she can get flustered. She can choose the wrong sequences sometimes, but sometimes she's just strong enough to pull them anyway. So yeah, it'll be it's amazing what she can do. and yeah, super friendly, really, really awesome climber. I mean, all of these climbers, they're all friends. You know, at the time of the competition, it's you know, it's dead serious. You know, they'll be not psyching each other out, but you know, definitely, you know, keeping an eye on each other. But they're just the type of people who go climbing together anyway. You know, which is cool. There's Emma Lovegrove. She's another competition veteran. Really, really good footwork, really good balance, precision, and that's definitely helped her out. She managed to tick that black tag problem, so she'll be scoring really high up, possible finals contender.
So what's going on here? I noticed she's writing down. Is she writing down points?
Yeah,
scoring?
so that's her score sheet. So she's just keeping a track of the top 7 climbs that she's done, and yeah, she'll be trying to get the best score she can, so that she can get a chance to try these finals routes. This is Sian Moffit. So she's just literally straight off the plane from the Junior World Champs in Arco, and maturity beyond her years when it comes to her poise on the wall. She is probably the top, definitely one of the top young climbers to come out of the Central North Island. Taupo local, they just about tried to shut down the Taupo wall, and everyone in that area will be stoked to know that they managed to keep it open. And yeah, she's been known to travel a long way to train. Very, very.
I do notice that she's quite flexible, isn't she?
Yeah, absolutely. So physically, it's probably most similar to gymnastics in terms of being a bodyweight sport, requiring a lot of flexibility and strength. But it's not about the repetition of movements that you have in gymnastics, just mastering a certain set of, a certain routine. That every single climb you do is different, and you need to be able to solve it on the fly. There's Shania Gibson. So she's another Christchurch local, travelled up for the comp. She's ranking really high in the competition so far. Also a young member of the Flying Geckos Climbing Club. She's she loves his comp. She's been, it's funny, by the time you're 17 or 18, you can be a veteran of some of these competitions. They start very young.
Well, let's have a look at what we've got coming up in the finals. Here are our finalists.
Oh, cool. So we've got Sarah Hay coming into it in first place, Erica Gatland in second, and Cirrus in third. That is a classic lineup for our finals. We've seen them, seen those 3 in the finals most of the year. So no surprises there. Interesting to see Sarah top of the table.
So who would usually win out of those 3?
Ooh, it's tricky. The final round does advantage a climber who can make decisions on the fly. So Erica is a very good on-site climber. She's really good at these finals. Sarah is probably a little bit stronger. So I think it's
going to be very close by the sounds of things.
Yeah, it could go either way. Yeah. Cirrus took the first round, so either one of them could win it. It's going to be super exciting.
Well, how about we have a look at some of the men's highlights of what we've had so far.
All right, so Daniel Krippner here. He's the shirtless wonder. You look at the muscle definition on his back. He looks
very strong.
He is a very, very strong climber. It's interesting to see how he's really relying on his strength for this move. Saw some of the girls doing that quite a lot easier. They definitely didn't have to pull so hard. He's got the muscles that he can just pull his way through.
Yes, he seems to be using a lot more sort of upper body strength as opposed to his leg strength.
Yeah, absolutely. It's the classic example of a very, very strong male competitor who, that strength not necessarily being an advantage. The girls may not be quite as strong, but they were finding an easier way to do it. It's that problem solving classic. But Daniel Krippner, very, very experienced competitor. He could well make the finals. He's definitely got the strength for it. But whether or not he's got the finger strength and the technique on those more technical climbs, you do not notice his feet coming off quite a lot, and on those harder routes you can be punished for that. He's taken out one of those hard black tag problems, so he'll definitely be a high scoring competitor. So we're looking at Matt Corbishley here. This is super interesting. He's coming in at third on the rankings table so far, but he's a super strong competitor, local of Uprising Boulder Gym down in Christchurch, and he is he'd be one of the strong favourites to win it. He's just in the last 3-4 months just gotten super strong and very, very confident, and he's a tall guy as well. He's well over 6 foot already. He's only about 16, 17 years old, and yeah, he can pull a long way.
Why would you say there's such a strong field from the men's in Christchurch?
Well, Christchurch is a really strong rock climbing scene. We've got one of the best outdoor bouldering areas in the world just on our doorstep. Castle Hill Basin, if anyone's ever travelled up towards Arthur's Pass, they would notice some massive fields of boulders, and people travel from all around the world to go climbing there. So a lot of climbers end up moving to Christchurch, especially the boulders. A lot of people even move to the South Island just so they can be near those boulders. So there's a really good bouldering scene there, a really strong rock climbing scene and indoor climbing scene in Wellington and Auckland, but we say that over time a lot of the rock climbers end up moving there. So this is Alex King, who
it's very interesting pants, isn't he?
He was topless from the moment we came in here. I think he was very excited about his lycra.
Well, it must give you good movement though, right?
Yeah,
nice and stretchy. It's
definitely a sign of an Auckland climber.
Right.
That they've definitely got a little bit more style. You can see the
more
South
flamboyant,
Islanders,
would you
a little
say?
bit more flamboyant, both in their movement skills and their choice of attire. Didn't help him that time though.
No.
But undeniably, those are glorious tights. There'll be a lot of jealous people out there. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how well he scores. If we'll be able to take those tights through to the finals. Whoa, looking shaky.
He's looking a little bit shaky there.
Nice, he took it.
He's done it.
Oh, the fist pump. He's been watching international climbing videos.
Oh, this looks interesting. What's he doing here?
Oh, this is one of the more unusual problems that was set by Zane, our event coordinator, who you saw earlier on. This involves a swinging ball, and it
doesn't really look like bouldering, does it?
It's not bouldering its most traditional, but that's cool. It's nice to have some funner, more kind of unusual.
It looks
movements.
super hard. I mean,
yeah,
I'd like to see how he can actually get to the wall.
He's
from
trying to get to
swinging
that
off
bar out to the side.
There we go.
No, it looks like he's got it wide. Kick off the wall. I don't know if you're allowed to climb onto it.
You're not allowed on the
No,
wall?
he's failed on the ball swing. Another tough climber here. This is Will Heeringer. Cool. So awesome to see Will having come up from the north. Super strong, wiry climber. And it's been a really cool crew come up from Christchurch. So yeah, we'll see both in the open men and open women category a lot of super strong rivalries between the North and the South Island. That's actually Will Watterson, not Will Heeringer, but
yes.
Yeah.
So there is a little bit of rivalry between the climbers, is there?
There is, yeah. It's super friendly. This is Fabrizio Facchini, Italian climber, taking that European technique and a lot of strength. He has dominated the Wellington round for a few years now.
Right.
And it's unusual that he would stray outside of his home ground at a Hangdog climbing gym in Wellington. But yeah, he's decided to come on up and put his domination down. He is a super strong climber.
So when you say he's bringing his European strengths, I mean, what would you say those are?
Well, a lot of the roots of high-end bouldering and rope climbing originate in France and Italy and Spain, and often the climbers that come from over there have beautiful technique. You look at how he's using his heel there to release a hand on a very small hold. So he's often those European climbers will come in.
Looks very smooth.
Very smooth, very relaxed, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see Fabrizio near the top of the table coming into the final round, which will be great. He's a great climber to watch and super nice guy. Yeah, awesome. taking down one of those hardest black problems there. Chase Gatland. So this is Erica's big brother. They're both super cool young couple of climbers. Chase, we thought he was injured actually. I don't know if this was a little bit of pre-comp psych-up. The rumor was that Chase wasn't going to make it. He was that he had hurt himself somehow, and then all of a sudden he shows up and he's just tearing it apart. So Chase is also, like Erica, got a really strong background in competition climbing, but he is native of Auckland, living down in Dunedin currently, but still super strong.
This looks very hard, this one. I mean, you've got to use full arm strength to get up to there, don't you?
So this is what we call a mantle problem. So it's not just about pulling, it's pushing down as well. And we're seeing our current series leader, Josh Cornah. He's a young guy.
He looks very young. How old is he?
He's 15 from memory.
Wow.
He's just come back from the Junior World Champs as well, and where he did really, really well.
How did he go?
He was all up. He around the top 10 in the world in his age group, and this is a super strong. Internationally, some of these climbers are already some of the best climbers in the world by the time they're this age. But one of the top results from that team that went over. So this will be interesting. He's leading the competition so far, but some of these top older climbers, I'm not sure if he'll be able to take them out. So the interesting thing is that he could maintain his ranking in the series if he makes the finals.
Right.
But if he doesn't, and someone like Matt Corbishley takes the win, it could knock him off the top of the table. So it'll be interesting. If he makes the top 3, he'll have a pretty good chance of retaining that series.
Well, here we go. Let's have a look at the men's finalists.
Boom. Fabrizio, Matt, and Chase, the 3 finalists. So Josh didn't make the top 3. It's not super surprising. The level of these guys is,
just goes to
really,
show how
really
strong
high.
the field is. So.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Josh is an amazing climber. But yeah, this will give, the one to look out for here is Matt Corbishley. If he takes this out, he'll win the entire series. So he'll have to get past Fabrizio, who's scored the most points coming into the final round. But these final routes are, they're going to be super fun.
Let's have a little look about this, because you've set this up. Talk us through the routes you've set up on the wall.
Cool. So there's 2 boulder problems we've got set up for the girls and 2 for the guys. The yellow holds that you can see are the guys' finals problems. The pink are the girls. So they can only use the holds of that one color. And you'll notice some big, colorful volumes on the walls. Those big orange and blue and red volumes. So these are bolt-on features of the wall. They're kind of modular parts of the wall that allow us to really bring this wall into 3 dimensions, and they'll need to know how to use them. There's one very, very interesting part of the guy's first route where 2 volumes are so close to each other that there's actually a crack between them that you'll have to use to get past it. So interesting to see. It's a very rock climbers movement.
Yes. And you were saying before, I mean, like for the people that are coming up in the second or the third climb, I mean, they'll be watching what the other competitors are doing, and they might find routes to go, right?
No, so they can't watch the people.
Yeah,
so they'll be here with their backs to the finals. So you won't be allowed to watch the other climbers, or you'd get an unfair advantage. So they'll hear the crowd screaming for them. They'll hear the cheering. They'll kind of know if the other competitors are doing well, but they won't get to watch them. So it's what we call on-site style. So that means that it's not just about getting to the top, it's in the least number of goes. And they'll have up to 4 minutes to get as high as they can on that problem.
Right, well, we're really looking forward to seeing some of this action, and I suppose you guys at home are too. So we're going to go to a break, but when we come back, we'll have all that for you.